the Bayana of South Africa. Once again, another African team in the round of 16. Talking about the FIFA Women World Cup currently going on in New Zealand and Australia. What a brilliant performance it was for South Africa today. We saw the likes of Gatlana. Yes, they stepped up for our national team, and of course, they picked all 3 points against Italy. Well, as it stands right now, it is now the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Bayana of South Africa. They'll be flying the flag of Africa at the current World Cup going on in Australia and New Zealand. We cannot wait to see how far they will be going in terms of getting the job done in the round of 16. Well, talking about the Super Falcons, their next game is going to be on Monday against England, and you get to see the likes of South Africa against Netherlands also. That is going to be on Sunday. So it's another fantastic edition. We definitely want to say as far as that particular encounter is concerned. But the question is, can South Africa and the Super Falcons go all the way to make the continent of Africa proud once again? We look forward to that time where we'll get to see our darling Super Falcons and of course the Bayana of South Africa. On that note, we welcome you to Sport Wrap on Smash 88.1 FM, the Wednesday edition of the show, and you are listening to the voice of Biodun Akpin. Or Biodun Sport is my name. In case you're just joining us for the first time, why not stay with us, because we'll definitely make sure you get to enjoy a lot from this particular story we've got for you this evening.
Sports Wrap.
Taking our first story from the world of basketball this evening, let's talk about the D Tigress, who has been really phenomenal as far as the African basketball championship is concerned. That one that is currently going on in Rwanda. Let's start from their camp, and one of their star players, she's talking this lovely evening. Talking about the Tigress star player, Ami Okonkwo, has said the newly appointed coach, Rene Wakama, is the reason for their impressive performance at the Afro Basketball Championship currently going on in Kigali. Despite not too impressive preparation, the Tigress have lived up to expectation in the ongoing 2023 Women Afro Basketball Championship in Kigali, Rwanda. They trashed DR Congo in the opening group game and also defeated Egypt in the second game. Wakama was appointed a few weeks ago to take charge of the team, and since she was appointed, she's been able to do a fantastic job with the team, and looking forward to their last game today. Talking about the quarterfinal fixture against Mozambique, the fans of basketball are definitely looking forward to see the Tigress once again doing what they know how to do best as far as getting the job done is concerned on the court. Like I said, the Tigress hope to continue their good form when they face Mozambique in the quarterfinal today, and we cannot wait to see what these girls will be doing as far as getting the job done is concerned against Mozambique.
Sports Wrap.
Now straight to the world of football. Let's go back to the home front. This one is all about Sporting Lagos. Talking about one of the interesting teams that I get to see in the MPL. Looking forward to the 2023-2024 season. Nigeria Premier League side Sporting Lagos are set to complete the signing of South Sudan midfielder Joseph Loro. Loro Lenta, he will sign a one-year contract with the MPFL side. And as far as that young man is concerned, just 19 years of age, this man is set to arrive in Lagos this weekend to finalize his move down to Sporting Lagos. The young star made a name for himself after impressive display for South Sudan at the 2023 African Under-20 Cup of Nations in March. Loro has scored 2 goals in 9 appearances for his country. He was formerly in the books of South Sudan side Nunuki CFC, and as it stands right now, Sporting Lagos are the team to go on and sign the 19-year-old midfielder. We'll get to see a lot from this young man. He's definitely one of the prospects to watch out for as far as the new season in the MPL is concerned.
Hey, we're social. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Smash881FM.
At Smash881FM.
Follow.
Sports Wrap.
All All right, still talking about the world of football. South Africa are into the last 16 after claiming their first Women's World Cup win with a thrilling 3-2 victory over Italy in Wellington. Thembi Kgatlana stoppage time winner came after Italy fought back to level with an Adriana Carrillo Caruso header. The late drama completed an emotional fortnight for the South African goal scorer. Talking about Kgatlana, a lot of narratives has been going on concerning her, and a lot of people are saying, oh, that was a good performance from her, because a lot of people thought she's not been able to live up to expectation as far as getting the job done is concerned for the Banyana. But as it stands right now, they are now in the round of 16 and they'll go on to face Netherlands on Sunday, which is very, very important for them to get the job done against the Netherlands. But then if you look at their performance against the Italy side, you definitely want to say they've got what it takes to go on and get all 3 points and of course to qualify to the quarter-final of the World Cup in Australia. Well, we cannot wait to see how that one will pan out, but as it stands right, congratulations to the Zara Ellis and of course the whole team of South Africa for a job well done against the Azures ladies this evening.
Sports Wrap.
Moving forward on the show, let's go to Europe and talk about the camp of Liverpool. Well, Liverpool have been doing well as far as their pre-season is concerned, but this one is a bit of concern for them because one of their new signing, talk about Alexis McAllister, was upped off of the pitch at halftime of their friendly match against the Bayern Munich in Singapore. A moment before the first half whistle, with the score locked at 2-2, McAllister went down in discomfort as Andy Robertson called for the physio. The play showed that it was a bang of knee for the Argentine with Bayern Munich Konrad Laimer. The fact he walked off will have been welcomed by the concerned supporters when shocked that this man might not be able to get to play for Liverpool in their first match of the season. And the likes of Ibrahima Konate, Luis Diaz, David Nunes came all for Yao Matip, McAllister and Diego Jota, who was also very, very instrumental for them as far as getting to play against Bayern Munich is concerned. But then the fans of Liverpool are saying they would love to see McAllister back on his feet and of course go on to get the job done for them in their first match of the season. Well, just a few weeks to that one, I will get to see the likes of Manchester City and Arsenal in action this weekend. I talk about what we are going to see as far as the Community Shield is concerned. And with that, I definitely expect to see the new season start proper.
Sports Wrap.
In case you're just joining us on the show, you're welcome to Sport Wrap on Smash 88.1 FM, the Wednesday edition of the show. I will be talking about stories from the world of basketball, football, and of course, the World Cup currently going on right now. Talking about the women's football, we've seen the likes of South Africa making the continent of Africa really happy once again after the Super Falcons did their job against their laws. And as it stands right now, we now have two great African teams in the round of 16. Hopefully, we'll get to see two of them or one of them in the quarterfinal of the World Cup. Right now, let's dash into the world of football and talk about transfer that has to do with Harry Kane. Harry Kane is reportedly ready to buy himself out of the final year of his Tottenham career to force through a move to Bayern Munich this summer. According to report in Germany, the England skipper future has become the most fraught transfer saga of the summer, with Spurs adamant it will take a £100 million fee to let the striker leave. Bayern Munich, who has now reportedly seen 3 bids rejected for the 30-year-old striker, have emerged as Harry Kane's most likely destination, with club executive Jan Christian Dressing and Marco Nepa flying into London for talks with Tottenham chairman. Talk about Daniel Levy on Monday. And as it stands right now, Harry Kane says he would love to play for Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League, of course, to go on to win a title with the German giant. But then this man is really serious about moving to the German Bundesliga. But then Bayern Munich needs to do what it takes to make sure they convince both Daniel Levy and of course the executive of Tottenham Hotspur as a club.
Hello, my name is Godwin Inakena. I am a sports journalist with a difference. Join us on Smash 88.1 FM
On Global Sports Update.
8:15 p.m. weekdays
8:15 p.m. weekdays.
as I bring you the best of information, news and entertainment, and of course, exclusive interviews that money cannot buy. The best of sport on radio, only on Smash 88.1 FM. Don't miss it. God bless Nigeria.
Sports Wrap.
Still looking at the story from the world of transfer in the turn of event, Aston Villa are waiting on an answer from Leeds United midfielder Tyler Adams over his next move as Chelsea wait in the wings. The USA international has a release clause of around £25 million that Aston Villa are prepared to activate. However, they are not alone with Chelsea. And of course, we'll talk about the likes of Everton, also very much interested in the American international. Talk about the likes of Nottingham Forest, Brighton, West Ham United. And recent week, Chelsea have also asked about the 24-year-old who has shown to play for all of this team. Well, this man needs to make a decision if he wants to play for Chelsea or the likes of Nottingham Forest, Brighton, West Ham, and Aston Villa. Talk about the 24-year-old. He talked about the fact that he would love to fight for a team that will give him that opportunity to have a regular time on the field of play.
Sports Wrap.
Let's switch our gears to the Saudi Arabian Pro League and talk about another pending transfer stories. This one is all about Atletico Madrid star Marco Llorente. Atletico Madrid preseason preparation are set to be disrupted by imminent departure of Marco Llorente to Saudi Arabia side Al Ali. Talk about this man. He's been one of Diego Simeone's important player in that team, and it is understood that Diego Simeone was counting on the midfielder for the 2023-2024 season until his head was turned by a very lucrative offer to entice him to the Saudi Arabian club. Talking about close to £200 million for this young man. And should he go on to sign for the club, that means he's going to be one of the highest paid player in the team. Talking about the likes of a player who've joined this team, we've seen the likes of Edward Mendy, Roberto Firmino, Riyad Mahrez, and Alex Saint-Maximin, who joined from Newcastle United. That shows they are not done in the transfer market. They want to get the Spanish international to make sure they have a very competitive team as far as the new season is concerned for them in Saudi Arabia.
Sports Wrap.
Finally, on Sport Draft for today, let's talk about João Cancelo and their flirt with Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona are in talks to sell Cancelo following the end of his loan spell with Bayern Munich in the German Bundesliga. The 29-year-old made a shock exit from the Etihad Stadium in the January transfer window and is reportedly set for a permanent move this summer. According to reports from the camp of Barcelona, the Spanish giant have begun talks with City over acquiring the fullback who arrived at Manchester City from Juventus in 2019 for £60 million. Pep Guardiola's side believed that they prefer selling the Portuguese international over another loan agreement, and Barcelona could be in pole position to make sure they get João Cancelo in their team going forward into the new season. Guess what? £30 million is what Manchester City are requiring for, but then Barcelona are saying they cannot afford that kind of money. They want to get the Portuguese international on loan. That is all be taken on the show for this evening. Remember to join us tomorrow again at exact 5 p.m. where we'll get to give you minute-by-minute info from the world of sport. I remain Abiodun Akpinodu. Have a lovely evening. Bye for now.